Some of the best creative minds in the field of comic books, animation, and design are coming together for a two-day digital conference dubbed Creative Futures. The event aims to explore the state of the country's creative economy and discuss the future of Philippine creative industries. Now, joining us this morning here on Newday to tell us more is Erwin Romulo. Now, he is the Program Director of Creative Futures. Good morning to you, Erwin. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, now we do understand Creative Futures, of course, is this year's flagship event of Create Philippines. Now, which is also, going back, which is also part of the trade industry platform of DTI SITEM. What actually led to this? I mean, what inspired you to hold this two-day digital conference, which will be held on June 28th to the 29th?
Well, necessity first of all. So since we can't really do live conferences first, so we had to pivot into an online digital platform. But this is actually in keeping with what Creative Futures is all about. So even pre-pandemic, the Creative Economy Council has actually been earmarking 2030 as the year where we're supposed to have the Philippines as the number one creative economy in Southeast Asia. So we were always looking towards the future, and I guess the pandemic also hastened a lot of the migration into digital streaming. So this year we just have a couple of things. The creative sector is a varied industry, but we've selected a few case studies for people to see and witness and hear what's been happening all around already in the Philippines.
Now, where are we now in terms of our creative capabilities, and how are we in terms of hitting our 2030 target?
Well, ever since we've always known the Filipino is creative, I think it's now only during the pandemic that where the infrastructure for the Philippines actually to be reaching that goal it's been hastened. So actually, in a way, there's been some positives despite everything. But if you're asking me the state of Philippine creatives despite Creative Futures or wherever, the program is reflecting what already has been happening. So everything that we're presenting, from tourism, from communication design, from animation, these are all ongoing projects. They are not things that have not gotten off the ground, nor are they projects that are already in the past. So what we're presenting to you in the two-day conference are things that are currently already happening, and we just like everyone to hear about them and see if they would need support as well.
Okay, let's focus on the conference a bit. You do have a lot of speakers in this event. Do tell us more about them.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of speakers, but I'll just highlight a few. There's in La Union, there's a facility called the Great Northwest, where there's a good coffee shop called El Union there. We invited one of the co-founder, Kido Kosho. And so basically his problem, he's running a tourism site without tourists.
Okay.
So now, but they've got a very innovative way of actually approaching it. How do you make a tourism site without tourists? Why don't you just broadcast tourism, La Union to the rest of the world through streaming and all these interesting execution. So apart from his talk, we will be streaming 3 hours of sights and sounds actually from La Union. So it's a mix of ASMR and DJ sets. So anyone with an internet connection will be able to be in La Union, even just turn it on and leave it on.
Okay, so when we talk about your Creative Futures and everything else, we're talking, I mean, it's a broad base. We have, from maybe the film, and of course, we recently had the success of Trece from the Comic-Con and everything else, and of course, our furnitures. We are just like, we have everything. How can one join this conference? Is it open to everybody? Is it free? How do we sign up?
Yes, it's free of charge. You just go out to the Create Philippines website and just register, and you will be able to join any of the several case studies there. We'll have esports. We have an interesting panel on the creators that did Trece, the animated series now on Netflix that started out as a local comic book. So just go to the Create Philippines website. It's and then just register there.
Okay, well, of course, hoping for a better future for a lot of creative minds, which we do have, instead of having them, leave the country, which is what we've seen in order for them to actually thrive. It's nice to have them, stay here and just develop our own program and hopefully be able to produce our own 13 here at home. Thank you so much to you, our Creative Futures Program Director, Erwin Romulo, for joining us today.